Hey, Erin, thanks for joining me today.
Hi.
So, Tuesday evening, some big news broke about a new updated settlement agreement in Xcel Energy's electric resource plan proceeding that's pending before the Colorado Public Utilities Commission.
That's right. So, a subset of parties to this proceeding filed a different settlement agreement back in November of 2021. WRA didn't join that settlement at the time and expressed concerns that some of the key provisions of that 2021 settlement agreement would have kept coal on the system for longer than necessary or cost effective and would have unjustly favored acquisition of polluting fossil gas generating units as well.
But WRA did join this new updated agreement, right?
Yeah, that's right. So after the commission indicated hesitation about the 2021 agreement, the parties came back to the table and charted a new course. So this new agreement addresses many of WRA's initial concerns, and thus WRA is pleased to be able to sign on to this new updated settlement agreement.
Can you tell me a little bit more about what the settlement agreement actually does, though?
Yes, absolutely. So first, it's important to know that this is all happening in the context of an electric resource plan, which is how our electric utilities here in Colorado decide which power plants they're going to use to meet their customers' needs. Some of the beneficial components of this new updated settlement agreement include early retirement of Comanche 3. So this is Xcel's youngest remaining coal plant, and it's the largest source of greenhouse gas pollution that drives climate change in Colorado. Under this updated agreement, that plant will close by January 1st of 2031, which is 4 years earlier than the original settlement agreement. It also limits operation of the plant between now and 2031, which further reduces emissions. The updated agreement also establishes interim greenhouse gas reduction commitments between now and 2030. So Xcel will be required to reduce its system-wide greenhouse gas emissions at least 50% by 2024 and 65% by 2027 as compared to 2005 levels. It also cuts the lifetime for any new fossil gas generation to 25 years for purposes of assessing economics in the modeling. So that should help protect customers from future stranded asset cost risks. And finally, it improves the just transition components of the original settlement agreement, extending the community assistance benefits to Pueblo, where the Comanche 3 plant is located, up to 10 years.
Awesome. Thanks for that rundown. But how much of an improvement is this for our efforts to address climate change in Colorado?
It's significant. So prior to this ERP, Comanche 3 was scheduled to run until 2070. Under this settlement agreement, if approved, it's going to ensure that Colorado is coal-free by 2031, and it should save customers money too.
And you mentioned some of the just transition components of this. What does this mean for Colorado communities? I'm thinking specifically of what it means for Pueblo, which is located near the Comanche 3 unit now.
Yeah, well, Pueblo County is a signatory to the updated settlement agreement. If approved, the agreement overall will avoid more than 17 million tons of climate changing CO2 emissions, which is huge for getting our state on track to achieve its climate goals. And since coal-fired electricity generation is also a significant source of other types of pollution, there will be notable air quality and health benefits in the surrounding community as well.
So then what's next?
Well, it's important to remember that this is just an agreement amongst a majority of the parties to the case. There's more process ahead, and the Colorado Public Utilities Commission has the authority to approve, reject, or modify this updated settlement agreement. We expect that decision will happen in the next few months. If it's approved, then the next stage will be to move forward with a competitive solicitation to tap the market and see what kinds of clean energy resources are out there to meet the state's electricity needs going forward, and chart the path for our next stage of Colorado's energy transition.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time to explain this all to me.
Thank you.